I know learning is taking place in my classroom when students are curious, engaged, challenged.
We learn through play and discovery.
I think the first part to actually knowing if your students are really learning is knowing the actual student.
I hear students asking for additional materials that I don't have out, and then I know that they've taken that project one step further.
They're laughing, they're excited, their hands are raised, they make predictions about what we're going to learn next based upon concepts that have already been introduced.
Teachers do is they make learning in a fun way.
Learning comes at different levels for different students.
If the children trust you and they're not afraid to ask questions and they're willing to take risks, then that's the best environment for their learning.
Well, sometimes if we don't know the question and we all figure it out together, the teacher and us, and that kind of helps us a lot.
And through that learning process, we learn empathy and friendship and sharing and teamwork.
It's the joy that they have for an experience. It's an experience that becomes a memory that transcends an assignment.
We get excited when we start doing conversations, when we talk to each other and it gets really going. And sometimes we get off topic, but I think we end up learning more than we're supposed to learn or that's planned.
And when there's a conversation, everyone feels a part of the classroom and it's just one community.
I think Greenville provides an environment that really allows children to engage with their learning, become active, become vocal, become not just receptors of knowledge, but also to become people who make connections with ideas.
We had to argue our point about an opinion or thesis.
Everyone had their own idea. We had to sort of make sacrifices and agree on one plan that we could all really work with.
Testing practices, they give us study habits, they give us all this knowledge that I do not take for granted.
I get to see students or teach students through a succession of years.
There are times in the middle of a class when a student absorbs everything you've told them. I enjoy those moments. It's the reason I teach, to learn through the eyes of my students.
They're always questioning us. Can I do it a certain way? Would this even be better?
I've been learning to read.
So you just look through it and it's pointing down. Even though you're looking this way, you're looking down. In science, we learn about the heart and the body. And in art, we learn to make new things.
Your brain kind of has a spark and you're yes, I finally get it. Your teachers are helping you, they're you get it. They're smiling at you and you just feel so confident.
This shared experience of reading together really, it transcends the assignment. It's bigger than something students might just complete for a grade. And it becomes a deeply meaningful imprint on their lives.
I did feel incredibly independent in making my own bibliography, finding my own sources, and doing my own research.
Once I let them go or set them free and they feel enough confidence to maybe ask questions or to assimilate and apply what has been taught, that's how I know they're learning. In my room, I create an environment which supports risk-taking.
There are many different levels to it. It's whether you're a coach, whether you teach across disciplines. It really gives me an insight to the different students.
They wouldn't say that we're doing something wrong. They would help us achieve it better.
And it's more active, so it encourages me to learn more, and I can memorize more in a shorter time.
I know when children are learning when they're proud of what they have accomplished.